Hey, it's Brian.
Hey, it's Barry.
And welcome to the Collecti-Bros Podcast.
If you're new here, let me just go ahead and plug it in there. If you're new here, we are a video game collecting podcast with a focus on the collecting side, but we also play our games, so our games don't collect dust.
Yeah, that's facts. But today we're going to be chatting about our favorite superhero games. Yeah, I kind of straight up stole Barry's favorite Star Wars idea episode. But,
no originality.
Yeah, I mean a little bit. But hey, truth be told, I really did pick this one because it's anytime I get the chance to talk about like my two favorite things colliding against each other, video games, comic books / superheroes, like I'm gonna bring that up. It's comic book collecting is really the main thing I started collecting before anything, and when these two worlds meet, it's like literally my favorite thing on the planet, man. Like I've got so much love for both of these, so this is an easy one. And
this is an easy one for Brian to talk about, not me.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I know you're a Spawn guy, and the Spawn games are probably not making this list, huh?
No, I've played all of like 3 superhero games.
Oh.
Yeah, so thanks, Brian.
I'm sorry. But hey, before we start, I ask all of you to take a moment of your time and click the subscribe button on the screen if you're watching us on YouTube. It actually really does help us out quite a bit with visibility and growth. And it's a simple task. It only takes a couple seconds. That really helps us out. And we try to get you guys tons of free content. So it's an easy way to, help us out with that. It's quick, it's easy, it helps us out tremendously. Thank you very much. Also on the screen, you'll see a QR code. This is for our Discord if you want to come chat with us directly. And we are at Collecti-Bros Pod on all social media. But hey, as far as pickups, truth be told, I've been slacking a little bit on this area. I've been trying to be good and save my money for Southeast Game Exchange coming up. But did you pick up anything cool recently?
Yeah, I picked up all new fluids for my car.
Ooh.
A new tire because it got a bubble.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I spent a lot of money on my car in the last 2 weeks.
It's tough.
So, oh boy. I guess you didn't pick up anything?
No, I picked up a couple things. I was going to let you go
Okay, well,
first.
you go first because you're doing the episode, which means you need to go first and I need to go second. I'm sandwiched in the middle of you talking.
Yeah,
otherwise, it's going to be you talking for 50 minutes.
It's funny how we do this all the time, and it's like every episode starts with, fuck, it's been a while since we've done this. Since it's been 2 weeks. It's been like a month since I've posted. Here we are. Same old bit. But yeah, I think hands down my coolest pickup recently, I actually got to go to a convention where Jen Taylor and Steve Downs, the voice of Master Chief and Cortana, were at, and they were dual signing everything. They had a dual panel. It was awesome. It was a super cool experience, man. I'm sure I've gushed about how much I love Halo on this podcast before, and I ended up taking my childhood copy of original Xbox Halo for them to sign, and it was awesome, man. Even Steve Downs was like, "Oh, not very many people bring the original version," and I was kind of shocked by that. I don't know, maybe I really am getting old nowadays, but he says most people just bring them Halo 3 or Halo 4, and they both sign them. But no, they were both awesome. I've had positive and negative experiences meeting, celebrities, if you will. They're both great. They were both so you could tell how genuine it was, that they liked interacting with fans, and I think they kind of understand the importance of the role of both their characters and what they mean to people, because Halo's a big deal, and it used to be freaking huge. I still remember waiting in line for midnight for Halo 3 and just how big of a deal Halo 3 was, but the panel they actually did was a focus on the 25th anniversary of Halo, and the room was packed. It was really cool to see. A lot of these conventions are starting to go into the way of anime conventions, or it's a voice actor cons. So I mean, they fit in that regard for being voice actors, but you could tell the levels in the air for the Halo cast. So it was awesome, but they were great. Funny story really quick. During their panel, Steve Downs actually spilled the beans that they ended up recording a new audiobook that kind of takes place after the bridge between Halo 5 and Halo Infinite. And as he was saying, "Oh, it's great to work with Jen recently after we record this audiobook." And she was like, I don't think we're supposed to talk about that yet. And you could see his agent get wide-eyed and be like, "Oh shit." So that was pretty cool. I actually learned a lot. I didn't know she was one of the voice actors for Destiny, because somebody brought up like, hey, Bungie's in a little bit of turmoil right now. Like, do you guys want to voice support? And they didn't really know. But she was like, I actually worked on Destiny. I was one of the sweeper bots that pushes the brooms, which is pretty funny.
God.
I didn't know that. But it was cool, man. It was really fun. It was informative, and just seeing how much they care about the fans, it was actually like really refreshing, because there was other like, top tier A-listers at this convention that I heard really bad horror stories about. But they were so passionate. They were so kind. I talked to both of them for like 5 to 10 minutes each, and there was, a decent line, but I was like not trying to hold it up, and they kind of just kept wanting to talk, and I was like trying to be polite and let the line move, But it was really cool, man. It was a really great experience, and I think the signatures came out beautiful in my game, and I'm super happy to have that, man. Like a childhood copy, that's awesome, That's hands down the coolest thing I've picked up recently.
Nice.
And then actually for some games, you got me 2 things off of my actual wish list. I've been really trying to be good and not pick up anything unless it's on my wish list, but you got me 2 of the Xbox 360 games in the Xbox One style cases. Yeah, and one of them was a really good deal. Midnight Club 3 Complete Edition. This thing's really expensive for some reason, and I think it was earlier or later last year or earlier this year, I picked up the case for this, and I didn't have a disc. So now I have a disc, and that's freaking awesome. So super thrilled about that. Thing's pushing $100 for some reason. I don't really understand why. If you get the Platinum Hits 360 version, it's still the Complete Edition, so it's not like the software is any different. I don't know, man, but super happy to get that. And then Sonic All-Stars Racing's Transformed was the other one you got me. I'm not really too familiar with this one. Obviously, I know the Sonic Racing games taken on a life of their own at this point. I know they just released a newer one not too long ago that crosses over with other characters. I saw they're putting like Godzilla and shit in it, which is awesome and really makes me want to pick that up. But yeah, it's like I'm down to 8. I need 8 more of these variants, so that would be a nice little set to cross off and finish up at Southeast Game Exchange, man.
Nice.
Yeah, super stoked about that.
What about playing?
As far as playing, man, I have not been playing too much. I have kind of taken on something new. I have played a little bit of Battlefield Hardline. I have the server's going down for it, and this is one I did play like regularly back in the day. And one of the DLCs added like a crazy achievement where it wants you to basically get 10,000 kills with each class. And I straight up's like, I'm not doing this. Like, I don't have the time for it. I don't have the energy for it. But I did go ahead and set up a server so that like my buddies can do it, and I've been running that for them. I've been admitting that server, just like booting randoms and shit. But I haven't put too much time into it. But I'm letting my boxes run so they can just like kill me as bodies, That's about the most I've been playing. But I have started doing a DM role, I guess the narrator, I guess is what they call it, for the Marvel Multiverse RPG. That's what I've kind of turned my last 2 weeks of focus on, is trying to like learn the basics of that game and learn how to be a DM. So we had session 1 already. I think it went okay. I hope everybody had fun. But that's where kind of my focus has been recently. I just, that's something I really enjoy doing with our group of friends, and I want everybody to have fun and enjoy it. And the fact that it's Marvel, I'm super excited about that. That's actually one of the items I picked up at Gen Con last year, so I am excited we're getting to play it. And so far, I feel like everyone had fun. I hope I'm not misreading the room.
Yeah, it's nice to actually play it. There's a lot of potential in that game, for sure.
Oh, yeah. And I do feel like it's not super intimidating, right? It's a pretty generous if this is your first tabletop game, because you don't have to really worry about creating a character. They're all kind of pre-made for you if you want. You can. And as far as like the role-playing stuff goes, if you know these Marvel characters, which super appropriate and timely for this episode, it's pretty easy to get into that side of it. So I'm having fun with it though. And trying something new, that's just step into it and try it, man. Like the worst you can do is fuck up totally and nobody wants you to be a demon again, so why not?
I will have to tell you, you have to say GM. DM is trademarked.
For Dungeon Master, it's trademarked? Holy shit, really?
Yeah, it's trademark for Dungeons and Dragons specifically.
Yeah, we don't want those fuckers coming after us. Yep. I mean, Game Master. Excuse me. It might sound like a D. I just have a weird Midwest accent. My bad.
Like, I mean, on the ground it's interchangeable, but it's one of those interesting things where like DM is technically only for Dungeons and Dragons, and you have to use GM for any other like types of games.
Interesting. I mean, it kind of makes sense, I guess. It's in the name, right? Dungeons and Dragons, Dungeon Master. Yeah, I mean, technically this is called a narrator anyway, so they didn't want that smoke either, I guess.
Who's to say? It's so funny. But yeah, DM is technically a trademark. So
I kind of get it, man. With how popular like Dungeons and Dragons got the last couple of years, they probably do have to like crank down on some stupid shit, you know.
I mean, they kind of.
Yeah, I mean, they are kind of the evil empire, but...
They are. I'm taking your DM shit and putting in other stuff. I just think you just say it just because that's just your first introduction to that kind of title, so it's interchangeable for that person who runs the games, but fun fact.
That makes sense, yeah. It has been a total learning experience. Like, I've played for what? We've been playing for 2 or 3 years now, it feels like.
A year and a half.
Oh, Jesus, that's it? But
yeah.
But yeah, man, it's a totally different experience, totally different feel. Like you have to prepare much more as a GM than you do as a player, right? And I don't know, it's kind of fun, man. It's a different challenge, I guess, is the best way to look at it. And you know, I'm up for it. I hope everybody just has fun. Is my biggest concern, man. But we're doing a little one shot. It's like a pre-built module that comes with the starter set, so we'll see how it goes. And I've got a couple other one shots I picked up if the group likes it, so we'll see if we keep playing this.
Nice.
How about you? What have you played?
Well, my pickups, like I said, are fluids for my car. You know, transmission fluid, brake fluid. I don't remember what else I got done. It was a lot of money.
It's so horrible.
I was like, whatever.
Everybody's having fucking car problems right now, man.
I didn't have any problems. I just brought it in because I was like, I'm at 70,000 miles and I've never had a service done, and I was like, I'll just change my fluids, whatever.
Yeah.
So I picked up Crystar. So Crystar for the longest time for PlayStation 4 was incredibly expensive. It was pushing like $100. I don't really understand why. And then in between October and November of last year, it just took a fucking nosedive. So I finally was able to pick up a copy that was not $90 inside of my price range that I wanted. So picked up that one. It pays to wait sometimes.
Absolutely.
I finally did get me a Black Label copy of Animal Crossing for the GameCube.
Hey, it's been a while, man.
Yeah, and I overpaid a little bit for it, but when I opened it up, the memory card, like the matching Animal Crossing memory card was in there, and they weren't like charging that separate, and I was like, all right, I'll just
nice.
Let me just go ahead and grab that. Unfortunately, I'm not cool like Swoosh, who has a not for resale copy, but you know, I always look.
Yeah.
And then the last game that I've picked up that I also started playing today because I just had that itch is Elix. And I've talked about this game before. I got it for PS4. Elix is from the Gothic and Risen developers. So if you've ever played Risen or you've ever played Gothic and you know how fucking jank those games are, this is exactly the same.
It's that good jank, man.
Dude, so this game is hard. Like, it's not like linear like their other games. This is a difficult game. Like, I'm just getting my ass beat on easy mode. Like, it is awful. Yeah. So it's a game where it's like in the future a comet hits the Earth and it drops something called Elix, and all of these people like learned that it can power like technology, or some people started eating it or like doing crazy shit. So you play as one of the people from the faction that when they consumed it, they were able to control its powers instead of being turned into like a crazy mutant. And he gets sent off into a mission but gets double crossed, and then crashes his ship, is left for dead, and then is left there for so long that all of the Elix leaves his body, so he looks like a normal dude. So you now have to like traverse the world, possibly join a faction, and there's 3 factions, which is why the cover of this game has like it's split into 3. And initially when I picked this up, I thought this was some kind of like time traveling game, because you've got like a dude with a gun, but then he's got like a medieval looking sword, and then there's like an icy land. So I thought this was going to be like a time travel game, but it's not. So there's like 3 factions. One of them are clerics, and they're like techno religious. So all of the tech is from them getting the Elix and like powering it, and their tech god like tells them what to do. Another one are berserkers, and those are your like fucking Nords from Skyrim.
Nice.
Yeah, and they shun technology. They say technology is the reason that the Earth's fucked up. So they use Elix as like magic. Like they convert it to mana, and they have magical powers. And then the last one are outlaws, which are just boring as hell. So it's kind of like I'm dropped into the berserker area, but it's so hard to explore anywhere else because you get dusted so fucking hard.
Damn.
Like you get dusted quick. So I'm just like, I don't want to completely like do all the story quests or the side quests and then lock myself into the berserkers if I go check out the clerics and like what they're doing. But I can't fucking get to them because I go out into the wilderness and I just die. So it's really one of those games where you got your bow and you try and shoot one dude from 40,000 feet away and run away and then hope he's the only one that chases you instead of like the whole like group.
Damn.
So it is all about kiting and dodging, and like you get hit 2 times and you're dead.
Ooh.
You can't find loot. It's rough. Well, I mean, you can find loot, but then you find it and then you die. So, and there's not really like a leveling. You know how a lot of open world games is wherever they start you, it's kind of easier, and then as you progress through the game, it gets harder areas.
Yeah.
They were like, fuck you, this is a dangerous world from the get-go. So any quests you pick up, they're not leveled. So some of the very first quests that I picked up, I went to try and do it, and I got fucking dusted.
Damn.
Dusted by these dude with like energy. It was like an energy gun and like a 2-handed axe that just like baseball home run domed me, and I was like, well, I guess I can't do that quest, so how the fuck am I supposed to level up?
Fuck.
So I have a save file from so long ago that's like 8 hours in, so clearly like it's doable. I have it on easy mode, dude. I'm not cranking it even higher. I'm not doing it. So I started that today. I was playing Pillars of Eternity, but I like the game, but it doesn't grab me.
Interesting.
So, like, I think the story is interesting, and the combat is way too complex for me. It is just too much to kind of try. It's got like all kinds of crazy damage reduction, and like some attacks are strong against different like. It's like your damn Marvel multiverse game. Like some attacks target different defenses, and so you have to like use different attacks on different defenses, but the entire combat's in real time. So it's like,
how the fuck you figure that out in real time if it's a pre-built character, like that's one thing.
So all the combat's in real time, and you can like pause to like give them different commands, and they make like adjustments. But I'm sitting there, and they'll go, and one guy will come in and just start dusting a dude in the back, and I can't pivot everybody fast enough to like save him. So I was like, I'm cranking this bitch down to story mode too. I don't even care. So now I just go in and just shred everybody in the combat, because like I don't care about the combat. It's not fun to me. I don't like RTS combats anyways. I've always said this. I'm not an RTS fan. I've been trying to give it a shot. Like I've been playing Warhammer 40k, Dawn of War 2. So I'm touching my toe. I'm dipping my toes a little bit into RTS, but like I'm not really a big fan of it. So I was under the impression Pillars of Eternity was fully like time-based, turn by turn by turn. Did not know it was an RTS combat system.
Yeah, I didn't know it was RTS either, honestly. I assumed it was more like Dragon Age. like first Dragon Age.
It kind of is, where they just attack until you give them different things to do. That's what this one is. But there's just so many, like, your party is 6 people.
Jesus, I didn't realize that either.
Yeah, and I know that was a thing that they changed in Pillars of Eternity too, where they lowered the party size because it's so much to like keep track of. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm playing story mode. I'm just gonna fuck the combat, whatever. I'm gonna win everything. I don't really care anyways. And then some of the story is interesting, but like the main plot hook, like I just don't care about, and I don't know if this is just an Obsidian thing, but that because I had the same feeling about Avowed, where I was like, the main plot hook I just don't care about. So, you know, maybe it's just the Pillars of Eternity universe and the way that Obsidian makes their games, but I was like, I don't really care about being a watcher and, you know, like, oh, so like, ooh, we can see past lives. Why are we trying to like get rid of that? Or I don't know. Maybe I'm misunderstanding what's going on, but
I mean, you're allowed to dislike a story, bro. It's okay. You know what I mean? That's why it's an opinion.
It's just interesting because this game's like super heralded as like an amazing RPG, which is fine. I think it's gorgeous. Like the painted maps are really pretty to look at, and the way that it moves and everything. I really like how this game plays. It's just the story is kind of meh. Some of the side missions are interesting. And then it's pretty much like the entire thing is based off of you trying to figure out what being a watcher is and how to get rid of it, and then how to get rid of the Hollowborn. And something's happening to where nobody can have children because all of these children are being born without souls. And I'm just like, I also kind of don't care about a plotline like that, you know?
Yeah.
Like I don't care. So, yeah.
I think it's like that game, from what I understand, because I've only just dabbled in it. I think like people like the universe and stuff because it is so like lore heavy and there's so much to it. You know, like it's a very thought out world that interjects into other games and interconnects to other games. And I mean, I'm personally envious of that kind of stuff, that somebody could even come up with a whole connected universe. Like, I'm a fucking sucker for just grabbing codexes and shit in games and reading them. And I think there is a lot of that in that game's why people like it. But yeah, dude, you're allowed to have an opinion. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, I'm not saying I'm not. I'm just saying, like, I'm not liking it as much as I thought I would.
Yeah.
I just don't think it gives me enough plot hooks, or I don't know. It's not messy. It's just like, your classic. We gotta go and we gotta fight this guy, and like I've already kind of figured out the reason why the Hollowborn are happening, but I'm also just like, I don't really care, you know?
Yeah. No, honestly, I'm still going through the Outer Worlds, and I kind of ran into the same issue where I think it started out really hot, and it's kind of I don't want to say it's a dud in the middle of the game, but I am ready for like the next big event to happen. It's interesting because I know Obsidian's like known for their storytelling, and obviously they have some games that I am a major fan of, but I see why there is like a mixed reception on Outer Worlds the more I do play it. It's not like it's getting worse, but I feel like it's not doing anything new or exciting after you've already put 10 hours into it,
Outer Worlds was also one of those where I was like, I didn't super care about the main plot. I just wanted to like run around and explore shit. And that's kind of what I've been doing in Pillars of Eternity. And the one thing that I really do like is you get a stronghold at some point, and you have to periodically level up that stronghold.
That's cool.
And sometimes bandits will attack you, and it'll tell you like, bandits are going to come attack your stronghold in 6 days, and like depending on where you are in the map, you try to get back there to like resolve it, or you can try and let it resolve by itself, and you level up so the barracks so you can get people to protect your area, or once you have access to certain things in the stronghold, there's people that you can talk to try and like recruit to go to your stronghold. So I've kind of been just doing more stronghold shit really than anything. I got the warden that gives you bounties. I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to go get some bounties, I guess. And then you just wait there, and like a couple quests will pop up. So they're party members that are not currently with you. You can send them on those quests to like gain some experience and items and stuff.
That's nice.
So I'm kind of just like base building. I'm like, ooh, when can I get the thing where I can start like gardening? I'm like, I don't care about the rest of the shit going on in the game. Can I just like do like a Pillars of Eternity Stronghold game? That'd be great. So
That's fun.
but that is what I have been playing.
Nice.
That's it.
Yeah, I think the as far as like pickups and stuff for me, I think in the upcoming months we'll have a little bit more. I'm hoping my Southeast Game Exchange haul is nice. But on to the episode, superhero games. And yeah, like I said in the intro of this, this is one I am super passionate about. And also to put yourself in my shoes and my mindset for when it comes to this stuff. Growing up, you know, my dad he loved like Silver Age Marvel. Like literally the bedtime stories I got put to sleep with were like Silver Age Marvel comics, you know? So I've been like a huge Marvel fan literally as far back as I can remember. But no, some of the video games that were, Spider-Man's always been my guy, dude. Like I've always loved Spider-Man, still to this day. I have so much Spider-Man shit around my house and he is permanently tattooed on my body. Like I love Spider-Man. And some of the shit we had to play early on in my childhood, like I remember vividly, I had this DOS game that was The Amazing Spider-Man, and bro, it was so fucking bad. Like you could tell it was literally just like, we have this game made and created, and we're gonna throw a Spider-Man skin over it, and you like push a space bar to shoot a line across the screen, and you just like swing hyper fast, and like your health bar is literally a giant Spider-Man on the side that turned into a fucking skeleton, and it was just horrible, dude. For the longest time, it was just bad superhero games. I think pretty much most of the Super Nintendo stuff, most of the Genesis stuff. There's a few exceptions there. Like I loved Maximum Carnage and stuff because I love Venom also, and that was great to team up with Spider-Man and Venom. And it was like right in the height of like '90s comic books, you know. But it was a rough start, and I'm so glad later on, like my early adult life, that we finally got some bangers of this genre because it is like the ultimate power fantasy, right? Like if you had these powers or if you could control these people, like you would just, the action combat would be great. It's like a very perfect medium for video games, in my opinion, you know? And it doesn't even have to be like Marvel comics. I think the popularity of the MCU in particular has kind of spun off into like to where other developers, I can think of like Prototype's the example I was thinking of. It's not really like your traditional superhero game, but like you get powers, you fight crime, you know. It's very much based off of that same backbone of the Spider-Man games. Or Infamous was kind of the same way. It was a superhero game where you got powers, and it's not traditionally a comic book superhero game. But this genre has like grown tremendously over the years, and I hope we do get some more. I know we have Wolverine coming. I think Spider-Man, the Insomniac Spider-Man stuff kind of carried this genre in this console generation, but I hope we do get more, man. I know superhero fatigue is a thing, and that's more in line with the movies, I think, because if you make good games, people are going to play them no matter what. But I want to start out with, it's a little bit of a cheat code. We did a full podcast, is it worth the episode on it? But it's beyond adored for me, this game. The Neversoft Spider-Man game, I think this is like the perfect superhero game for so many different reasons. First being just, it feels like you're reading a comic book, like the way it's presented. If you remember, like the way it like turns pages and stuff during the cutscenes, and there's just so many cameos of characters popping in. It's like literally reading a '90s comic book. Where it's like, why the hell is this character here? But we're gonna make it work, and it's just nostalgia overload for me, man. Like this game's so good. And then going through and playing it again for the podcast, and I always grew up playing it on the PlayStation, which it's a good game on the PlayStation, but man, that Dreamcast port was like really impressive, and I'm so glad I have that. Like, it's such a fun game. Like, there's such a wide variety of like level types in it. I know there's like your basic combat levels, right? There's stealth sections. There's sections where you have to crawl constantly, and this is like the first Spider-Man game where I think they really nailed like his whole power set, right? It wasn't just like, oh, hey, he shoots webs and he's fast. The fact that you had to crawl, you had the web swing, and we weren't quite there in the open world web swinging thing. I think a lot of the future Spider-Man games kind of got obsessed with like the web swinging because of how good of Spider-Man 2 the movie one was, right? Everybody decided every single Spider-Man game had to be an open world web swinging game, right? This is just a nice little story. It's a very streamlined game, but it really makes you feel like Spider-Man. Like it's still my favorite Spider-Man game. I'm not afraid to say it. Like, this is one I would just absolutely kill for a remake of. I think this game's awesome. I think it holds up great. And it takes me back to, like, a special time where it's like, this is the first really, really great superhero game we had. And for me, it's still the pinnacle, man. Like, I love this goddamn game. Did you have any, like, thoughts about when we played it for the podcast? Like, did you enjoy this one?
You can listen to the podcast episode.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I'll be honest, like every superhero game that I like, we've pretty much already done on this podcast, so I don't really have a lot to add.
Yeah.
I mean, like we did Marvel Ultimate Alliance. You can go plug that one.
Oh, yeah.
The Spider-Man game, you can go plug that one. Here's the thing. Let me just tell you some things in games that I don't like, and then understand why I haven't played a lot of superhero games, Kate. I don't like 2D platformers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like beat-em-ups, and I'm not a super big fan of fighting games. So, like, there's not a lot left.
Yeah.
Outside of that, like, the Marvel Spider-Man and Batman Arkham series is good, but I don't really have any other games outside of those that I've played just because the genre is not anything that I'm attracted to.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to play the Hellboy games. I haven't gotten to those, but I don't have a lot to add to Spider-Man that we haven't already talked about.
Yeah, that's true. We did do a whole episode on it. And Ultimate Alliance also. That's
Yeah, we did a whole episode on that. We did a whole episode on Spawn.
Yep, the NES Spawn, Super Nintendo Spawn.
Yeah.
Yep. I almost said NES. But yeah, it's true. But for the longest time, I think to your point, that's one of the things that I am kind of excited about with like the newer Insomniac games. These games were like you had to basically play side scrollers for the longest time when I was a kid to even play a superhero game. Like there was no options. And I think if you think about every single NES superhero game, like I know there's Spider-Man and X-Men games, they're all so similar to the point where a lot of them are just like reskins damn near. It's unfortunate because there's NES, Super Nintendo was literally all beat 'em ups, I feel like, or it was, left to right side scrollers. It was stuck in that. That's just genre was stuck in that forever until the Spider-Man Neversoft game, honestly. That's the first one that kind of broke it free from that mold. And I don't think it gets enough credit for that, honestly. I mean, now we have, these crazy open world 3D, but for the longest time, man, I'm talking 20, 30 years, this is what you got stuck playing,
I would argue that you could probably classify Power Rangers as superhero because we're not talking about like comic specific. Right. Lightspeed Rescue on the PS1 I played a lot of, and that was you run around, you beat up some guys, you save stuff. I played that a lot as a kid. I have not played it any time recently, so I don't know if I'm just rose-tinted glasses because it was Power Rangers or if it was good. But I think that's the only other one that I could speak on. Yeah, I think just Power Rangers.
I'm actually not familiar with this game. I am kind of like, I've got a wish list going for the Power Rangers games because I grew up with like Mighty Morphin, but I just love everything like Japanese giant monsters fighting and shit. So like I do have this one on my list, but I'm not really familiar with it. It looks pretty cool.
Lightspeed Rescue is the one with the Titanium Ranger, if you remember.
I don't.
No, nothing.
I was pretty much a Mighty Morphin guy, and I don't remember a lot of the rest, but they all kind of blend if I'm being honest.
They don't, but all right.
Yeah. I mean, from my child
people
brain,
come
bro.
beat you up.
No, my childhood brain. I mean, obviously, I'm sure.
Well, they all blend
now.
together when you only watch one of them, but okay.
Right.
Yeah, man. Mighty Morphin, Lightspeed, Turbo.
I do.
Turbo
remember,
was the one where they were all cars.
Yeah, I do remember that one. Okay.
I mean, like the Power Rangers weren't cars. Don't get me wrong.
Right. Yeah,
but
they had cars.
Their Zords or whatever were cars.
Yeah. Look,
Jungle
man,
Fury.
I just saw dinosaurs and I'm like, this is the one for me. All right.
I kind of fell off at Wild Force is where I felt like the Wild Force, Ninja Storm, and Dino Thunder inside of that bubble is kind of where I fell off. So I'm a Mighty Morphin, Turbo, and Lightspeed kid.
Nice. Yeah, I don't think I've really played. I remember like as a kid, the movie game on Genesis is one I played because like, do you remember Cookie Cutters where like you got your hair cut as a kid and played video games and shit? They had that there. That's all I remember is like my mom taking me to Cookie Cutters when I was like 4 or 5. playing the movie game, but I don't remember shit about it, man. But yeah, these are on my list to pick up.
Yeah, and I'm looking inside of the superhero tag and like Steam, and I just haven't really played really any of these. I mean, Marvel Rivals is a good game. It's a good video game. I don't play it anymore, but it's a good game that really does showcase a lot of superheroes in it.
Yeah. I think it's a good one to kind of, not fit the mold like we were talking about earlier. It's not going to just fall into that same genre. And it does make you, like, my biggest thing for superhero games, like, make me feel like the superhero. Make me feel like I have these powers and shit. And that game does do a really good job of it. I mean, to the point where they're even telling you what, you're going to hear them say the same power over and over again. It's like the only annoying thing about that game. But I think that's a really good way to, you have a popular genre, Overwatch clone. I don't even know what the hell you call, but hero shooter, I guess, right? Kind of funny, but it's a really good way to fit the superhero genre into a game series that usually doesn't have it. They did great. I love that game. I don't play it as much as I used to because that was like my jam for the longest time. But I think it's a really good modern example because on the flip side of that, I was just giving Insomniac a compliment of getting 3D, but if you think of like the PS3, 360 era, that's all it was, man, was like 3D, open world, collect the dots, clear the dots. That was like every superhero game. And it's, because the license was a big issue for that too. Activision kind of had a lockdown on the Marvel license, and they just pumped out Spider-Man games, and they didn't really give anybody else a chance. Like, I know there were some X-Men games that were made, and they were kind of a similar vein. Like, here's Wolverine gonna, travel across New York, and it's like, I don't get the web swing. I have to use my claws to come up buildings. It doesn't fit, But they got stuck in that genre. So whenever they find new ways to, like, inject life into the genre and the heroes, I think that's awesome. And then even creating your own. Like, that's something that doesn't get brought up enough either. We talked about Prototype a little bit, but I thought that was like a super creative way to do it. And honestly, Sony, I'm dying for a new Infamous, man. I think Infamous was, especially the first game, it really was like the comic book presentation was there where they had your cutscenes weren't, pre-rendered. They were literally hand-drawn, word bubbles, things like that. And then, we had the new Infamous launch on PS4, but that series has been dead since then, unfortunately. But I think it's a really good time to bring it back, showcase the power of the PS5 with the particle effects and stuff. Like, maybe do a remake. I don't know. Like, there's definitely meat on the bone there that hasn't been gnawed off yet. They need to take a look at that, man. I don't think everything just needs to be Marvel or DC. And obviously, Rocksteady killed it with the Batman series. I think that's another really good example of making you feel like Batman because we had some absolute turds before then for the longest time. But didn't you just play Arkham Knight not too long ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think, that's another game that takes unnecessary shit, but
I got exhausted from it. It's the problem, like, they're good games and they're good stories, but the problem with that is, like, I can only sit in Gotham for so long before I'm just like, this is boring. I cannot do, like, there's too many Riddler quests, there's too many side quests, there's just too much in that game. So I got exhausted in that one pretty quickly. I feel like, I think it was Origins. Which one was the one with Joker getting big and beefy at the end?
that was Arkham, the first one. Arkham Asylum.
Did I not play Origins? Maybe I did play. I can't
Origins
remember.
was the one with Mr. Freeze, and it's like wintertime. It's the one that Rocksteady didn't make. I don't know if it's in the collection.
I didn't play that one then.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I do love that one, though. That's another one that does not get enough love.
I played 3 games. Because there was like, for the PlayStation 4, there's like a double pack. And then Arkham Knight is the standalone.
Right.
Okay. It is, whatever is in Return to Arkham.
I think I have it. Hang on.
Arkham Asylum. Arkham City.
City, yeah.
I liked
That's the
Arkham
second
City.
one.
I think that was the one I liked the most.
Same. I thought narratively, honestly, like I played the first game and enjoyed it, but narratively, dude, that's what got me back into like picking up Batman comics again and like getting back into Batman. I thought the story was so good for that game, man. And that's
Yeah, Arkham City was really good. A night I just got a little exhausted by.
yeah.
But the Batmobiles, all I wanted to do was drive around the Batmobile. That was it.
I'm not gonna stand for that Batmobile slander. I don't get why that exists. That shit was fun. It felt like it was a freaking giant tank that destroyed everything. I thought it was super fun, man. It's a video game. Like, lighten up, Batman nerds. But yeah, City for me was the big one. And again, it was a big open world and everything, but it was like dense and lived in, and there was like, it didn't feel like the Spider-Man games are a good example where it's like, oh, there's a random crime popping up on the dot, stop it, and it doesn't give you a reward. Like, I wanted to actively be Batman, hunt them down, do the combat, because the combat in that game is so good too. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's out of the modern bunch of the games, like, yeah, Arkham City for me is hands down the best Batman game ever made. It's going to be so hard to top ever, dude. I could sit here and glow about this game forever, but it's so good. And even if they make another one, I don't think it'll capture the magic in the bottle. Like you said, we've been there, done that. I think we've got to innovate a little bit in this genre, and I'm hoping Wolverine does that. But I don't know, man.
I mean, they can't innovate. It's a Wolverine version of Marvel's formula for Spider-Man. That's nothing new.
That's my biggest.
So that's not why I'm super crazy about it. I mean, they tried Gotham Knights, but nobody wanted a 4-player game.
Yeah, and they, throwing in the live service bullshit for all that, I don't think helped. Because I think if you do it right, like, you've got a secret sauce. If you can have that combat with 4 people and, make the world engaging and make the story engaging, but I get they've got to make money and shit now, so everything's got to be live service. But I don't know, man. Here's a crazy thought. You make a really good co-op game with, like, a tandem of 4 heroes, doesn't matter what universe, and make the game compelling and make it fun.
You mean Avengers?
Yeah. Ooh. God. Yeah, if we did most disappointing superhero games, that one would be on my list. And what's real crazy about that game? I don't think it's a bad game per se. It's just, it's like you're saying, you get exhausted by the end of playing it, because I thought the story was interesting. I thought the combat was pretty decent. There actually is a progressive system up to a certain point where you are getting more powerful, you're getting more gear, but then it just like locks you into this like, oh, we want you to play the end game and we want you to keep playing and we want you to keep buying shit. And that's where they fucked up with that game, man, because they almost had a winner. Like, you can tell the production quality is there. Like, it's a well done game and it's very pretty and it's polished, but they were just like, oh, let's throw some live service bullshit on top of it. And goddamn, what a heartbreak, man. Especially, dude, being a Spider-Man fan, that's one I picked up on Xbox and PlayStation just so I could be Spider-Man. The Spider-Man shit's so cool with it, dude. Ugh, they almost had a winner there. Like, I would love to see them get another crack at that and just be like, you know what? We know where we messed up. They'll never admit that's where they messed up, though, because it's money on the table, and that's what happens when... we've gone down this spiel on this podcast before, too, but when you have corporate overlords you have to appease, you can't just make good art. You got to make sure it's making money.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Insomniac, formula. Don't get me wrong. I like it being heavily based in narrative, but it's
Right.
also, it's hard to make a superhero game that's not going to be some form of beat 'em up fighting.
Yeah.
The only game I can think of that's different is Dispatch.
Oh, yeah.
I've not played Dispatch.
Same.
But that is the only one that has completely changed, like, the formula for what a superhero game is. Everything else has been the same: PvP, Battle Royale, open world action and adventure, side-scrolling fighter. I mean, what's that new... The Cosmic Invasion? Like, it's a throwback to the old games, but it's still just a side-scrolling, like, beat 'em up.
Right.
It's a gorgeous looking game.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just not like innovative on the genre, so
Yeah.
I think it's just hard to do.
It is tough. The only other example I can think is if you look at like the Telltale games. I know they did a Batman, but again, it's when you think about it, well, all Telltale games are is just it's a choose your own adventure. So it's kind of like reading a book, or it's kind of like watching a movie. Like we've had many books on these characters. We've had many movies on these characters. So it's not really reinventing, but I did enjoy that Batman Telltale universe. I thought they kind of kept it a little safe with some of the changes and stuff, but they injected enough of their own personality into the characters, and then the story taking some turns where it was kind of a fresh take. Because that's another pitfall that these games fall into, is it's the same story over and over and over again. And that's one thing I did actually really like about the Insomniac Spider-Man games for the origin, and even like his relationship with Doc Ock. They kind of put their own little twist on it and made it their own, which when you've seen and read and watched these movies and read the comics 100 times, it's repetitive to see the same thing over and over again. Like, thank God this last Spider-Man movie didn't go into the origin again. Like, we all know by now. Like, my grandma knew Spider-Man's origin. You know what I mean? We didn't have to sit there and tell us again. So I am thankful that there is like new life breathed into these characters, because some of these characters are pushing 100 years old, like literally pushing 100 years old. You've got to reinvent the wheel. You've got to add a little bit of spice. I'm not saying you got to completely change everything, like the essence of that character still has to be there. But I think Telltale not only did a great job with Batman. If you look at Wolf Among Us, it's not really superheroes, but it's comic books, so I'm gonna use it as an example anyway. But they changed enough of the Fables universe to kind of fit their own thing, but it still felt like Fables. You still had these nursery rhyme and childhood characters in this world, but they made them dark and gritty and realistic, and Fables did to a degree, but I don't think they made it like a noir. Like, I think they did a really great job, and I'm so excited that Wolf Among Us 2 is finally going to come out, apparently, supposedly. They showed it at one of these presentations they had within the last week. But
did you play The Darkness?
Oh God, yeah, I did, dude. I love The Darkness. That's a first-person shooter superhero game. Yeah, that was
Is it?
Yeah, that was a definitely a different take on the genre too, right? I mean,
yeah, I was trying to think of anything that's like not, DC or Marvel, and I'm like, I know they made a Darkness game, but I never played it because I wasn't super into Darkness.
Yeah, and I know you're not a huge first-person shooter games like player, but I think you would dig that one. It's different enough where it's not like, oh, I'm gonna go in this corridor and just shoot everybody.
We don't make it sound like I don't like playing any games. I play first-person shooter games.
Yeah,
Fuck.
well, I mean, like, yeah, I'm not saying that you're not. I'm just saying it's not like
you just did.
Jam. Not your jam.
You were just like, yes, it is. I play them all the time. Oh my god.
Okay, I take it back.
I know you're not into first-person shooter games, even though you played Call of Duty with us forever. Yeah, okay.
No, I think you would dig this game though. It's very untraditional. It basically like puts you in zones, and you have to like do objectives, and you happen to shoot a lot of shit. But it's power based too. Right? I don't know if people out there even know what The Darkness is, but basically it's a mob guy, and he gets whacked, and he's like basically sells his soul to this entity at the last second of his life to be like, I'll be your vessel if you let me get revenge. So he's not a good guy, and then he ends up basically becoming a anti-hero because he himself is not a bad person. He's just involved with the wrong type of people and shit. It's a big character growth arc throughout the whole thing, but he has this darkness entity. It's basically like octopus arms. And they devour hearts and shit, so like you'll literally be shooting somebody, and then one of the arms will pick somebody up and like eat the heart from them, or you can like tentacle slash them. But the story was really good. The gameplay is interesting. It's not just like left trigger, right trigger kind of first-person shooter games that they fall into, There's puzzles. That's a great example. That's a really good pull. I love The Darkness. And they did make a 2. However, I don't think it was as innovative. Graphically, I think it's a showcase. Like, it's cel-shaded. It looks beautiful. Starbreeze did the first game, so it very much looks like the Chronicles of Riddick, like Escape from Butcher Bay. It's got a lot of the same physics and stuff, too. But the second game, they went full first-person shooter, and it's not a bad game. It's just a lot of the magic that was there from the first game is missing. But it's still pretty. It's still worth the play. That's a really good pull, man. I think you would dig the first game for sure. It's worth checking out. I think it's pretty cheap, right?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how much it is. I just know it exists.
Yeah, it's definitely worth playing. I think it's backwards compatible, if I'm not mistaken, too. I only have the second one, apparently. Okay, I don't have the first one. What? I know I did. Yeah, it's pretty cheap. It's under 20 bucks.
I am surprised that they haven't done an Iron Man game in the same way that they've done a Spider-Man game.
Yeah.
But whatever. I'm trying to think of any other games. It's like a superhero. I mean, technically Captain Planet, but
that'd be sick.
I mean, what did you think about Disney Infinity?
Honestly, man, I had fun with it for what it was.
It was fun.
Yeah. I know at the heart of it, and the heart of a lot of these characters at the end of the day, right, is to like sell toys and sell merchandise, so it fit in that perfectly. But dude, I thought it was a fun game, and it's, again, some of these aren't made for 30-year-olds sitting here playing with these little figures, but as a 30-year-old sitting there playing with these figures, I had fun. Like, isn't that what it's about? Isn't that what these characters are about at the end of the day? Like, I thought that was a nice little way to hit upon a hot trend and then make it your own. Because I know Disney, they totally milked that thing to the fucking Neverlands with, it started out with just Disney characters, right? And then I think it was it 2.0 we got Marvel? I think it was. And then 3.0 was Star Wars. So, they were just like, let's just take every single one of our franchises. But I thought the playsets for the Marvel ones, it felt like, obviously it was based on the first game or whatever, but they opened up the world and made like, hey, let's make sure we have Spider-Man being able to swing on buildings. Let's make sure we have Hulk for shit to smash. Like, they did a good job with the confines they were given, and I had fun with it, and that's what it is really about, dude. At the end of the day, like, I better have fun playing these games. I don't want to have another repeat of these, Game Boy and Super Nintendo games I played growing up that are superhero adjacent, man. Like, dear God, there's so many fucking horrible ones I could talk about. We're supposed to be talking about the best ones, but Jesus Christ, there was a large...
No, there's a lot.
There's a huge section of my life where it was like, I had to play this because I wanted to play a Spider-Man game, and your parents bought you one game a year.
The entire X-Men catalog.
Dude, pretty much, yeah.
Dude, all the X-Men games are fucking buns, bro.
I don't know about all of them, but a major majority of them. See you in our next episode. Yeah.
I mean, what are we talking about here? X-Men Origins?
X-Men Origins Wolverine is fire. That's a great one, man. Hands down the best thing that came out of that piece of shit movie. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Because that game too, that's another one that they didn't play it safe, right? Like, I know people were like, oh, it's just super violent, but no, the game's really fun too. Like, it is very narrative driven. It's very linear, but the combat was like super visceral, and like nobody was willing to do that with, a licensed property at the time. And it's weird because the movie's not rated R or anything. I'm not really sure why they decided that was the time to do it, but it looks like Insomniac's kind of taken notes from that. They're going to unleash Wolverine and let you be able to tear shit up. But my thing with that game, I thought was really cool. It doesn't get enough praise. It had like real-time healing. So like Wolverine was getting shot and you were getting smashed or whatever. You would see like chunks of his flesh come off, and you'd see like his skeleton exposed, right? Because he's got the animated
Isn't that game expensive now?
Yeah, dude. Let me check, but I'm pretty sure it's like...
I feel like I remember seeing that one in like a case.
Yeah, no, I think it's like $70-$80 if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check.
Oh, it's
yeah, it's
pretty
$100
cheap.
on
It's
PS3,
pretty
dude.
cheap for the Wii.
Yeah, the Wii's the downgrade version,
and
for
the
sure.
PlayStation 2.
Yeah, you're looking at like $100.
Dude, they came out on
PS3.
every single console. It came out on PS3, Wii 360, PSP, DS, PS2.
PS2 is crazy. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Damn. I wonder how much of a downgrade that is. Because that's the thing, like, the graphics are nice on that game. The first level, you're in the jungle and shit, and I remember thinking, like, this looks like Far Cry. This looks really nice. And then, like, the physics are the crazy part for that. Like, chunks of your skin fall off, like, as real time, and then you heal real time, and you can dismember and shit. Like, that was
It's expensive because of the announcement of the Marvel's Wolverine. It's the last Wolverine game until now.
Yep. I bet you're
That
right.
explains why it went up in price.
Yeah.
Let's see this price history. Oh, look, it took a spike in September of 2024.
Yeah, I
in
wonder
August.
Why. Yeah, because I remember the one before that. I remember when X-Men 2 came out, I was like so hyped for that movie as a kid. Like I still think that opening scene with like Nightcrawler teleporting to assassinate the president was like the coolest shit ever. And I remember like going to Blockbuster and renting like X-Men 2 Wolverine's Revenge. Dude, that game sucks so bad. It's such a turd. Like, the movie's so great. But then I was like, man, are we ever going to get a good Wolverine game? And then that one came out. And then seeing the movie being like, oh, I'm sure the game's just fucking ass because the movie is probably the worst X-Men movie of all time. And then being blown away with how awesome that game was. Like, yeah, that was nice. I'm hoping, knock on wood, that Insomniac...
Hugh Jackman did the voices in it, too.
Yeah, yep. And I think, they modeled him, the Wolverine in the game after Hugh Jackman, obviously being based off the movie. But yeah, it looks good. It plays good. Like, I don't have a lot of complaints with that game. It's been years since I've played it, but it is one I wouldn't mind going back and checking out. Like, that one was killer.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
I can't pull anything else from anywhere.
No, you did great. I've got one more, like, I have to give a shout out to. Spider-Man Web of Shadows. I don't know if you're familiar with this one.
No.
It's basically Fable fucked Spider-Man. It's awesome. The whole idea is basically like Venom's like running wild across the town. So like this whole New York's just infested with symbiote, right? Obviously Spider-Man gets a piece on him, and you have like the black suit and the red suit. But depending on which suit you're wearing, your combat's different. So if you're wearing the red and blue suit, you're super agile, you're fast. It's like very combo heavy. And if you switch to the black suit, which you can do the suit switching in real time, like you click the thumbstick, I think it was, and like you just switch to the black suit, you're like a powerhouse. So like you're doing smashes, you're flinging symbiote shit everywhere. You've like tendrils coming out of the ground, and it felt really heavy. It was really cool. And the way that the upgrade system worked was like basically Fable, where you make good decisions or bad decisions, and it will either strengthen the red and blue suit or it strengthens the black suit. So it was really cool, man. I know it kind of came out in that time of like, Mass Effect or Fable, where it was like you're making choices, and it was kind of gimmicky, but I thought they did a great job, and they weren't going to let Spider-Man cross a line where he's like killing people because he's a symbiote. You know what I mean? They did a good job of like, Spider-Man wouldn't do that. Obviously, he made a poor decision when he's under the symbiote, so he wasn't like a super villain or anything. But even to the point where it was like, Black Cat's in the game and she's like flirting with you, and it's like, hey, you want to flirt with Black Cat even though you got an MJ at home? And it's like, all right, well, I need the black suit power up point, so I'm going to.
Oh, this game looks so goofy.
Yeah, no, it's awesome, man. I'm sure it's aged horribly now, but
dude, look at those textures.
Yeah. I was watching some gameplay of it before this, and I was like, I remember this looking way better back in the day.
Oh no.
It's one that's kind of expensive now, honestly, and I think because it is like finally remembered as them actually taking a gamble, because you gotta think the other Activision Spider-Man games were just, we improved the web swinging in a big New York. That's literally what the selling point was for so many games for Spider-Man for so long. Mm-hmm. And this one was like, hey, let's inject some life into this. Let's try something new. And they nailed it, man. This one's worth a play for sure. It looks like it's $150 on PlayStation. Oh my God. PS3, it looks like $100 on 360. If you get the one with the art book, it's a little more. But yeah, I've got the art book.
I know that one because it got delisted. That's why.
Yep.
That's why.
Yeah.
I had to sit here and remember it got delisted.
Yep. All those Activision Spider-Man games got delisted, man. Activision lost that Marvel license, and I think that's why a bunch of these are expensive. It's the same thing we talked about in the Ultimate Alliance video, like why that gold edition's so expensive, because the only way you can play these characters is with that disc, which anytime you're dealing with licensed properties.
And that's why we're a physical game collecting podcast.
Absolutely correct. Yeah, but I had to give that one a quick shout out, man. That game was awesome. I love it, man. Another thing about that game really quick I just forgot about. You know how like a lot of these Spider-Man games, like you're just on the ground doing combos constantly. That one was really good about going vertical. Like you could go to the air and do air combos, then back down to the ground, start fucking them up again. But this one, if you were wall crawling, it like encouraged you to attack, because the symbiotes would go everywhere. They'd run up a building, no problem. But like when you're stuck to the wall, you had like a different moveset, and I always thought that was cool, because that's something they always leave out of Spider-Man games. They're like, oh, just use your webbing if you're on the wall. Like, no, bitch, Spider-Man can stand up on the fucking wall. Like, why am I not able to stand up? This is crazy. So they did a really good job of just making you feel like Spider-Man, and that was awesome. That's probably the pinnacle for me as far as like keeping it safe but trying something new. Like, they nailed it. They absolutely nailed that game. And then, yeah, one more quick shout out and we'll get out of here. Marvel, the Lego games. Did you ever play any of the Lego Marvel or Lego Batman games?
No, it was the Star Wars ones I played.
So yeah, I mean they're similar to that, you know.
It's
but,
the same shit across
yeah,
the board on Lego.
Yeah, they're fun though. Like, goddamn, they're fun.
They
I
are
would
really
say
fun.
If you're like a serious adult superhero collector, like, don't shit on the Lego games until you've played them. Like, they're super fun.
And they were a really easy spot for like kids and adults to like both play at the same time and like still enjoy yourselves. Like they're really I really like the Lego games a lot.
I've played Marvel superheroes with my son, and it was awesome, you know. It was like, this is how I'm gonna slowly introduce you and make you a nerd like me type of moment. Yeah. I mean, he went a different route. He's in the anime and stuff, but that's fine. That's all the kids now, isn't it?
He'll come back around.
Yeah, we'll get him there, don't you worry. Right now he's like, my dad's lame. Fucking don't like funny. Anything he likes.
He likes fishing.
That's true. Yeah, that's it.
Fish is better than you.
Hey now. That was this year for sure. Shit. I've not been yet this year, man. It's fucked up.
Damn.
But yeah, I think that about does it. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments your favorite superhero games, or if you have any fond memories playing them, or what did we leave out, or what were we totally wrong about. Just let us know. Chat us up in the Discord. I'm gonna put the QR code on the screen one more time for y'all.
Nice.
Yeah, join that. We'll chat, debate me.
Brian, what's next?
Yes, what is next? A perfect segue of this episode. We were talking about horrible X-Men game. We'll see if this one's horrible. It is X-Men Children of the Atom, and we are looking at the PlayStation version and the Saturn version. I did pick this one because
Would you look at that, a fighting game?
Yeah, exactly. Imagine that. I did pick this one initially because this is one I grew up playing, not the home port. I always wanted the home ports for this because when we go to Pizza Hut, they had an arcade machine set up, and that was like the only time.
The 4-player one? Which one am I thinking of?
You're thinking of X-Men the arcade game, which fire.
Okay.
That's a beat 'em up.
That's the Pizza Hut. The Pizza Hut I had that one.
Oh, that's killer, dude. Damn, your Pizza Hut was cooler than my Pizza Hut. But yeah, they had this, and they had Mortal Kombat 2 with 2 fighting games like Get Creative Pizza Hut. But man, I remember just being like, Dad, please, can I play this? And the couple times I got to play it, I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And this is actually the birthplace of the Marvel vs. Capcom fighting game series. So Capcom fighting game, exciting stuff. I love these games. Are these home ports worth your time and money, though, is the question. Because when I did pick this, they were expensive. They've dropped quite a bit now. I'm assuming that's because of the Capcom Marvel fighting game collection. They did end up releasing it for modern consoles, but hey, we'll let you live in our shoes and the shit we had to deal with back in the day before everything was just ported to modern consoles. So we're taking a look at that.
Nice.
Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. Until next time, y'all keep breaking that glass ceiling. And speaking of superhero stuff, Collecti-Bros out.
Bye.
Bye.